coach. This is your second year in existence. Last year you were defense coordinator. Now you're head coach. How have you tried to change the mentality of the team from last year to this year?
Well, first of all, it's an honor and a blessing to be the second head coach at Westgate Christian University. The difference is now I get the opportunity to do it the way I see fit and the way that I've always dreamed of running a program. So that is the difference, that everything falls back on myself and the coaching staff that I've selected and the players I recruited. So I'm very excited to have that opportunity to build the program and to do it the way that I see fit.
Now you've gone from high school ball, semi-pro, stint semi-pro, now college. What's been the biggest difference from your past years in those types of football to this year?
Well, it's all about our players. We got to get to know our players, know what makes them tick, to let them know that you genuinely care about them and that you love them. You're going to coach them hard, and to have that vision. You got to have that vision in place, the structure of what you're going to be doing, how you're going to do it, and have that blueprint. So there has been there's not a difference in regards to how you do that, but the vision may change from different levels to different levels. But to have a clear vision, to set those expectations, and to execute those, they're all compatible.
Okay, now you have 7 players returning this season from last year. What are you expecting from them?
Well, these young men have been with us to start the program, and we believe in the faith family football. So they're the ones that are really the ones that have bought into that idea. They're student athletes, and these are some of our athletes that really want to excel as being a student athlete. So they're going to bring consistency. They're going to bring understanding the process of what we have to do to be successful, and they'll be looked on by our incoming freshmen to lead them.
You know, you have 2 Coach Moores this season, and talked with them. You know, how difficult has it been? You know, having two different Coach Moores.
I try to distinguish them by saying a Jay Moore or a Josh Moore, or I put the OC title behind it, OC Moore or DC Moore. But it's been fun. Really trying to say, when I say Coach Moore, they both turn and say yes sir. That's kind of funny at times, but I try to distinguish them by calling them by their first name first, and so not to get them confused.
Which one of your players are you really looking forward to shine this season?
Well, I'm not going to pick out a specific person. I think that I'm going to rely heavily on our captains and our leadership that's coming back, our young men that are coming back. They understand what we want to do. I'm expecting my upperclassmen to kind of be the role model. So they're the guys that are going to emulate and put forth what the vision that we have. And I'm going to rely on those guys. So it's not just going to be a one person. It's going to be a cumulative by team.
Now, you've been a defensive coordinator many times, and many different levels. How hard is it to be more of the overseer of your full team and not just the coordinator?
It's going to take some adjustment because I really like the game plan. I really like to be involved. Now I have to be involved in everything. So the challenge of being involved with just defense, it now moves on to offense, special teams, and defense. I have to be the overseer, but I also have to trust the coordinators that I have in place to do those things now. And I'm also responsible for position. That's the O-line. And the O-line, is, of course, is the foundation of what we do offensively. And so I have my work cut out for that position as well. But again, I have to be an overseer of everything, but also put a lot of trust and allow my coaches to coach. I don't micromanage. The only way they can learn is by making mistakes and then learning from those mistakes. So I'm going to allow them to do that. Now they come to me if I see something that, hey, I think if we do it like this, here's a suggestion. But I'm going to allow them to coach and to learn from their experiences.
Now, I've asked some of the coaches this and some of the players. Which one of the coaches is the hardest, is the toughest on the athletes?
Um, I don't know yet because I'm still looking at my coaching staff to see how they coach. I kind of designate my coach, Coach Washington, who's my running back coach, and Coach Flowers to kind of be my guy to handle discipline issues in regards to attendance and things like that. But I told my coaches to coach hard, and then when they're done coaching them hard, to love on them. So if you're asking me to say who's the toughest guy or the meanest guy, I really can't say because I haven't been able to walk around like I should as far as because I have a position to coach. But I tell my coaches to be fair, but also to love them.
Okay. You start your season next week, and you have limited game film. What's your expectations for next week's game?
That's a very good question. As far as I'm concerned, we're going to continue to work on ourselves, not having any game footage on our opponent. I think we're going to continue to work on what we do offensively, what we do defensively, and once we get some game tape, then we can better prepare and game plan for a specific opponent. But for right now, it's still early. We're still adding stuff that we need to add to our offense and our defense, but I think that's going to be a great opportunity to be able to bang on somebody else other than ourselves and to see what our young men are capable of doing, and we're excited to see that.
So I've asked all the players and coaches to name their, section, whether it's offense or defense. Describe them with one word. How do you describe your team in one word?
Swarm. We want our team to be swarming, whether it's offense or defense. That means have an aggressive mentality. So again, we want to make sure that our guys are always swarming.
Okay. Now, lastly, I talked about this with everyone and talked about with you earlier. The coaches poll came out and ranked y'all last in the conference.
Mm-hmm.
How do you prepare for that? And first, what are your thoughts? And then two, how do you prepare your team for that when something like that comes out?
Well, I tell you what, if we read what everybody would write down about us, we'd probably be upset a lot. I try to tell our players, hey, use that as motivation, use that as a bulletin board material, and we know what we're about. Again, Texas is one of the top states in the nation in regards to football, and I understand that there are other schools out there as well, but other schools that play good football. But I like our chances. I think we're going to take care of what we do offensively, defensively. We have some great young men with good character and good integrity and can play ball. And so we're going to let our pads do the talking and let the chips fall where they may. When it's all said and done and the smoke clears, I expect us to be playing in Atlanta, Georgia, come November 15th for a conference title.